This girl is on fire. Steam from my coffee. Hey guys, today's video, I'm really excited because I bought some skincare products several months ago from a brand and I've been trying them out for a while now, and I have quite a few things to say, and I'm pretty excited because I think this brand as a whole may be the most interesting, to say the least, of brands, products that I have tried out in 2021. If you're new here, by the way, my name is Andrea. I'm a board certified dermatologist. I upload skincare and sometimes hair care content here on YouTube every day at noon Eastern Standard Time. So if that sounds of interest to you, please consider subscribing and give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel out a lot. All right, what exactly is this brand that I keep alluding to? The brand is Regimen Lab. This company is based out of Toronto. And honestly, I've not really heard much buzz around this brand. Maybe that's why I was intrigued by it. It's kind of flowing under the radar. I believe it's been out since maybe 2019, but it's new to me this year. I'd never heard of it. And I can't remember where I heard of it. Maybe one of you guys clued me into it. If so, thank you. So this brand claims that their products are super evidence-based, like they formulate their products in their own lab in-house, which kind of gives me The Ordinary vibes. I don't know why I'm air quoting The Ordinary. It gives me the same vibes as The Ordinary. Remember when The Ordinary started? I think they were all about how they formulated their products in-house. And from what I've garnered from their website, they try and stick to active ingredients that are evidence-based, and they stick to percentages that mirror what was used in clinical studies, which I really appreciate, stepping away from that higher is better fallacy, which, yeah, like the 10, 20% niacinamide serums, no thank you. Anyways, there are 5 products from this brand. I tried all of them out. You can get all 5 products, as a side note, in a set, which is what I did. The set is $125. I would say the price point on the products from this brand is mid-range. Not inexpensive whatsoever, but definitely not, you know, top tier. So I'll tell you which products from this brand I think are worth it, and I'll go over the ingredients per usual. All right, probably the golden child, I would say, in my opinion, is their Vitamin X. This is an antioxidant serum that has a ton of antioxidants in it, which can help reduce the burden of oxidative stress. I've talked about in a lot of my videos how applying an antioxidant serum first thing in the morning to your skin, allow it to absorb fully, and then apply your sunscreen. That's kind of like a double defense against environmental stressors like pollution, ultraviolet radiation, infrared radiation from the sun, blue light, and the visible light spectrum. All of these things generate a lot of free radicals in the skin that can lead to collagen destruction, impairment of the moisture barrier, exacerbate, you know, the visible signs of photoaging, drive hyperpigmentation, aggravate acne, all of those things that we're just trying to step away from. Unfortunately, antioxidants and skincare products, they're difficult to formulate properly. They're not the most stable ingredients, and so the devil is in the details with the formulation. Unfortunately, you know, antioxidant serums are cosmeceuticals. We're not going to get good clinical trials to really say that a product actually works. But I tried their Vitamin X serum, which is an antioxidant serum, and I honestly did appreciate a skin brightening effect with this product, and overall minimizing some of the signs of sun damage, namely hyperpigmentation. And I did appreciate just an overall more glowy tone of the skin with this product. What exactly is in this? All right, it's got ferulic acid, a wonderful antioxidant. It also has L-ascorbic acid, aka vitamin C, which is one of the most difficult skincare ingredients to formulate in such a way that it actually gets into your skin to scavenge free radicals and boost up collagen as we're hoping it does. Anyways, it has L-ascorbic acid as well as ferulic acid, and it has an ingredient called dimethylmethoxychromanol, which is a synthetic analog of tocopherol. It can help, in theory, keep the vitamin C stable enough to actually get into your skin and do what it's supposed to do, but we'll never know if that actually happens. Anyways, I digress. This also has silymarin, an antioxidant that has been shown when applied topically to the skin to improve melasma, comparable to hydroquinone, but without the irritating side effects. Silymarin, as a side note, I think is in a lot of the SkinCeuticals antioxidant serums. So it's got that, and it's got something called 2-acetyl zingerone. zinger, which is a phytochemical from ginger root that has, it's basically an antioxidant. It's been shown to actually decrease average wrinkle severity and some of the visible signs of photoaging like hyperpigmentation in an actual clinical study, not just on cells in a dish. So good evidence for it. This product also has another one of my favorite topical antioxidants, EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, that comes from green tea. Not only, can it fight off oxidative stress from environmental exposure, but it also may help minimize pores and improve overall oiliness for people with oily, acne-prone skin. We know that people who have acne and live in a more polluted environment, they tend to have worse acne than those who live in a less polluted environment. There is a correlation between acne severity and pollution, probably due to the oxidative stress generated in the skin from pollution. Anyways, so overall, like I said, getting into this product specifically, I actually have used this consistently now for several weeks, and I really do appreciate a skin brightening effect with this. It does smell like bologna, in my opinion, similar to if you've ever used SkinCeutical CE Ferulic. It smells like bologna. Some people say hot dog water. I don't know. To me, it smells like when you open a package of Oscar Mayer bologna. So it does have that odor to it. So I think this is a good product for anybody who is looking to reduce hyperpigmentation, because having antioxidants under your sunscreen can potentially help with that. And I did, like I said, see improvement in hyperpigmentation with this. I did, in fact, see just an overall more glowy skin tone with this product when used consistently. I didn't appreciate it right away. It took some time. It took actually 2 or 3 weeks, and I was like, is this really doing anything? But I did actually, with time, start to see a skin brightening effect, just overall smoother skin with this product. You gotta use it in conjunction with sunscreen. You only need to use it in the morning, once a day. Apply it first thing, allow it to absorb fully. It takes actually a few minutes for it to absorb fully. You don't need a lot. You just need a tiny little pump to really get a thin film to the entire sun exposed area of the face. And you can do another pump to your neck and upper chest as well. I would definitely recommend doing that as well. Because you're gonna have sun exposure on those areas. You can put it on the backs of your hands. As a side note, I actually, when I use it, I always dispense it, one pump onto the back of one hand, put it on my face, another pump onto the other hand, put it on my neck and upper chest. So that is how I've been doing it. That way I get some of the benefit on the backs of my hands as well. You might consider this an alternative to the pricey CE Ferulic, but I will say with the caveat that CE Ferulic comes with good clinical data, actual studies, and a peer-reviewed journals on their product. This does not. So you have that big unknown. And it's got genistein, quercetin. These are other antioxidants that you'll find in products. I will say this, what I kind of like most about this brand is that they take a product they're gonna make an antioxidant serum, and they're gonna put a combination of different antioxidants versus selling you 10 different antioxidants. They combine them all together. You get the synergy without having to buy multiple products. So think about that when you're thinking about the price point on this, as opposed to like the ordinary will just do like 1 or 2 antioxidants in one bottle. And you do get synergy with combining more than one, and they help stabilize one another. But if you buy multiple products, even if it's from the same brand and you're like layering them, I don't know, it kind of gets to be too much. And the more products you start layering, then you run into pilling. You can get a lot of irritation getting one product with a slew of ingredients that hopefully is formulated correctly so that all those ingredients are stable and actually can get into the skin and do what they're supposed to do. So I've been really impressed with this. I would say this is one of the winning products. They have another serum that is more specific for hyperpigmentation. Now I haven't used this as much as I have used the Vitamin X, but I did use this for at least a month, and that is the Level Serum. Now this is $35. This product, I would say, is definitely for those of you who have hyperpigmentation, either post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation, melasma, you know, a lot of sun damage that manifests with discoloration, because this product has 5% niacinamide, which has been shown at that percentage to improve hyperpigmentation in people with medium to deep skin tones. And it also is helpful for reducing free radical damage from environmental stressors. It's good for the moisture barrier, and it can help reduce skin yellowing. So it's a very good ingredient. And everybody and their mother who has a skincare brand has a niacinamide serum. This product, however, has a lot more formulated in it that will also address the concerns around hyperpigmentation. It has tranexamic acid, which when applied topically can help not only with helping hyperpigmentation, but also as anti-redness. It's a tricky ingredient to formulate into products so that it will actually work. And again, because these are non-drug cosmetics, we're not gonna get that actual clinical peer-reviewed study type thing that we're looking for. But nonetheless, that is in there. Hexylriscorsenol has been shown actually to exhibit synergy with niacinamide, so it's perfectly logical to combine the two in one product. It makes perfect sense. You're really gonna get much better results with those two ingredients together than either alone. It has arbutin, which is a naturally derived hydroquinone that's found in like cranberry and blueberry. It inhibits the enzyme tyrosinase, and it also inhibits the maturation of those little pigment packets, the melanosomes. And it has definitely been shown to improve hyperpigmentation. There's licorice root, another tyrosinase inhibitor, and NAG, a carbohydrate that inhibits the conversion of protyrosinase to tyrosinase. And NAG is an ingredient that not only by itself has been shown to improve hyperpigmentation, but has been shown to, that improvement is augmented when combined with niacinamide. Again, makes perfect sense to have those ingredients together. And it's got something called undecanoyl phenylalanine, and that is a mouthful. This is an antagonist of the hormone receptor on the skin cells that make pigment. Basically, it can get in the way of hormone-mediated upregulation in pigment production. Now, this product I would use actually twice a day. And I would just use it first thing in the morning, apply it to the skin, allow it to absorb, and then apply sunscreen. And then you can use it again at nighttime. After you've cleansed your skin, just apply it again to damp skin. That way you'll really allow for those ingredients to get into the skin well. Then after you've done that at nighttime, you can apply a regular moisturizer on top. But I would not get both the vitamin X and the level serum. Why? Well, I think at some point, if you start layering these serums together, even though the company may make it seem as though you can, I found that if I tried layering them, I got a lot of pilling and it just kind of becomes too complicated. So I would say just stick to one. I mean, you're not really gonna get much additional benefit by adding another product packed with different antioxidants and skin brightening ingredients. I would just stick with one, especially if you're trying to improve hyperpigmentation. You guys know from my videos that anything that causes any kind of irritation will worsen hyperpigmentation. And I would worry about that if you use too many products, even if it's from the same company. So I would say stick to one of these two serums. If you're going down the road of really trying to improve the visible signs of photoaging related to discoloration or melasma. Melasma specifically, I would stick to the level serum. All right, moving on. Not everything from this brand was like a slam dunk win. Yes, you have to have. And so the next product is one I would say skip, and that is C.R.E.A.M or C.R.E.A.M. This is a moisturizer with ceramides in it. Now, if you've watched any of my videos, I've got tons of videos on moisturizers with ceramides. There are so many good ones out there. You do not need to drop $35 on this little bottle. In my experience using this, I put this on one morning to the face just to see how it performed under sunscreen, and I got horrible pilling. And I hate it when that happens. I allowed it to absorb and dry fully, but I just think it's a lot more emollient, meaning oily. Even though it doesn't feel oily or greasy, I think it has a little bit more slip to it, such that if you layer your sunscreen on over it, at least in my experience, I did get a lot of pilling. So now ceramides in moisturizers are great ingredients. They help address the needs of the skin barrier. There is some evidence actually that they can likewise help reduce some of the burden of free radical damage from the sun. But there are so many good ceramide moisturizers. I mean, I love CeraVe, obviously, that's one of my favorites. I would say that CeraVe, I like it better. That's my personal bias. I just prefer CeraVe. I've always used CeraVe. But there are many other good ceramide moisturizers out there. This isn't a bad one, but I would not say it is 30, how much did I say this was? I would not say it's $39 good. So that's that, but I didn't have any issue using it. It didn't burn or sting or anything. One thing though about that product I will point out is there's no niacinamide in it. Now niacinamide is an ingredient that is great, as I mentioned earlier, but for some people their skin is easily irritated. One good thing about this brand I noticed is that only one of their products has niacinamide, which is great because if you're gonna use multiple products from this brand, there's no need to be stacking niacinamide. I think that's where a lot of people run into issues with skincare products, is they end up stacking so much niacinamide that they get easily irritated. So they strategically left it out of that moisturizer, which is good because a lot of people who don't tolerate niacinamide, they don't like the CeraVe PM facial lotion, which I happen to have here. This has niacinamide in it. And so leaving it out, I think, is a good move for those people. I think I have a video on ceramide moisturizers without niacinamide, or I had a video all about niacinamide stinging and burning, and I suggest some niacinamide-free moisturizers in that video if you were looking for them. So this is not the only option out there, but I do see why, I wanted to point that out. I think that's good. All right, another one that I actually loved to bits, but I don't know that you necessarily need to drop $15 on, is their cleanser. And honestly, if you've watched any of my skincare product reviews, I really just struggle with making anything magical about a cleanser. And while this is not magic, it actually is a very pleasant cleanser to use. It foams, but is not aggressively harsh. It does a really good job taking off water-resistant tinted sunscreen. I've been trying out a lot of different tinted sunscreens for you guys and reviewing them, like the Aven one, which I'm wearing currently, all of those Color Science Face Shield Flexes. I tried out all the shades on myself. This actually got it out got those off without a pre-oil cleanse or anything. So it's a good cleanser and not overly harsh or drying, but it's $15 for this small little bottle. So I don't know, this is like a travel size bottle if you think about it. 50 ml, I don't know. What do you guys think? To me, that's kind of expensive for a cleanser. Oh my gosh, I have to change my battery. So when I come back, if I'm in a different position or my head looks different or something, that's why. Boo, did you miss me? All right, the last product did not work for me. I found it very irritating actually, or stung and burned. Stung and burned? I found that I had irritation with this product, and that is their Wave Serum. I was pretty excited about this. It's a urea product, a serum with urea, and you guys know from my videos, I love urea. It is an ingredient that does not get enough attention. It has so many benefits for the state of the moisture barrier, and it's particularly good for exfoliating away dry, built up crusty stuff, and then improving moisture content and the overall function of the skin barrier. Urea is an ingredient we use so much in dermatology, and it gets like zero hype in the skincare community, world, whatever. Because I guess, anything that sounds like urine, people are like, I don't know. But yeah, it's a great ingredient. And for people with keratosis pilaris, that rough and bumpy skin condition, it's a wonderful ingredient. Exfoliates away the dry built up stuff around the follicle, and then helps with the background dry skin. So for that reason, I was really excited about this Wave product because it is a urea based serum. It's also got another one of my favorite ingredients in it, centella, which you guys know from my videos is fantastic for helping with healing, moisture barrier repair. Centella is also rich in triterpenic acids, which can help with reducing oxidative stress in the skin. I mean, it has tremendous benefits. So I was really optimistic about this for helping with skin barrier function. However, it burns and stings, and I have pretty tough skin, and there are very few products that sting and burn. This, however, did sting, and I got some transient redness with this when I used it on the face. I tried applying it directly to the skin after cleansing while the skin was still damp, and I've also tried applying it to the skin while it's dry, and I just couldn't tolerate it on my face. I did actually end up using this, however, on my upper arms. I tend to get a little bit of KP there, and I also put it on my elbows and my knees. So those are areas that really can benefit a lot from using urea. Those are areas that tend to get a lot of dry, built up skin, and on the upper arms is a common area for keratosis pilaris. So I used it there, and I don't know, it kind of dries down filmy and feels sticky. I think they need to work a little bit more on that formulation to reduce the irritation, as well as to just improve the overall feel of it. It felt very filmy and sticky on the skin. It also has marine hyaluronics or marine extracts. You guys know from my videos, marine extracts are really wonderful humectants for holding onto water. Like I said, I was pretty excited about this product, but it just caused a lot of burning and stinging for me. And I think they need to tweak the formula a little bit. So those are the products. You know, overall, I've been really happy with this brand. Obviously, not everything worked out for me, and not everything was a slam dunk. Some of these things I think are not worth the price point, especially the cleanser. Although I loved it, it's a little too expensive. I would not plunk down whatever I said, $39, $40 for the moisturizer, please. I mean, you can find a ceramide moisturizer for a fraction of that cost. I do think that the Vitamin X is notable, and I think that the Level serum is a good one if you are coping with a lot of hyperpigmentation, melasma. They use percentages that mirror the science. They formulate their products to exhibit synergy within the product, as opposed to requiring the consumer to like mix and match different things and buy a ton of different stuff, only to, you know, try and layer everything, get confused, get overwhelmed, and then, you know, bail on the products. I like that there are only 5 products, and I hope that they kind of stick to that. Maybe come out with a sunscreen, that would be great, because I feel like, I know that the more products a person acquires, the fewer of them they're actually going to use. It just becomes too overwhelming, and you get overwhelmed with how to layer things. Once you start layering things, you run into pilling and products not really absorbing well, and it's just too time intensive. So I really appreciate that they put they put a lot more into the formulation of the individual products. I think that's a lot more sustainable long-term for the consumer, and fewer products. I also like the packaging on these products, the airless pumps for everything with the exception of the cleanser is in an airless pump. I think that's fantastic. Opaque bottle packaging, great. No light's gonna get in, no air is gonna get in. That ensures further the stability of your products. I also really appreciate the fact that this brand doesn't really do the free of marketing. I think that's great. I mean, even making the claim fragrance free, it's pretty difficult to truly make that claim. Rather than stating that on the bottle, they just say free of common irritants. The other thing I like about this brand is that they're not doing the thing that a lot of brands do, where they take one of their products or the ingredients in one of their products, and then they use that ingredient mix in a bunch of different vehicles. For example, a toner, a spray, a serum, a cream, a lightweight lotion. You basically just created like 7 different versions of the same thing. This brand doesn't do that. All their products, you know, it seems to me, at least what this suggests to me is that they actually put a lot of effort into the products that they do have. So I think that that's good overall as well. And last but not least, the other thing I really like about this brand is that the products come with these cute little note cards that tell you what's in the product, how to use the product, little tips on, you know, how to incorporate the product into your routine, making it a lot easier for you. Comment below, have any of you guys tried out this brand? You know, I haven't really heard anybody talk about it. I'm not affiliated with them. They don't know I exist. I just bought the stuff myself. I think, like I said, because maybe one of you guys commented about it in one of my videos asking me to review it, and then I went down the rabbit hole of looking for it and bought them. And honestly, $125 for 5 products that I have yet to finish up, even though I've been using them consistently and I've been using them for a few months. I don't know, that's not that expensive in the grand scheme of things. So you definitely do not need all of these products. In fact, I wouldn't suggest getting all of them to start like I did. I only did that because I knew I would want to review them for you all. But I would kind of pick and choose based on what it is that you actually need. So far, you guys, 2021, this brand is the most notable that I've tried out. They really seem to put a lot of effort into their product formulation. Of course, there's room for improvement. Not everything is perfect, but it does appear as though they are putting a lot of effort into the formulation of their products, as opposed to just pumping out a bunch of products with, you know, questionable percentages, just reiterating the same thing that's already been done a bazillion times. So comment below if you guys have tried out any of these products from Regimen Labs. But I hope you all enjoyed this video. If so, give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and as always, don't forget, sunscreen and subscribe. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Bye.